What is up, everybody? In this video I'm going to be talking about how I go out 100% sober. And another way to phrase it is why I quit drinking, because I'm going to talk a bit about both. So I started drinking at the age of 13, which is really, really young. Don't do that. However, I live in Northern Ireland, massive drink culture here. And I remember my first drink was Guinness, a good old strong Guinness. And I remember coming home with two friends on the side of me, I'm completely drunk out of my head. My mom opening the door being like, "Oh my goodness, you idiot, get into the house." So I've had amazing experiences on alcohol, having fun, vibing, socializing, meeting new people, laughing my ass off, being silly. And I've had really awful experiences, drinking up, throwing up, passed out on the ground, ambulance, being in hospital. So I've had the ups and the downs. And it wasn't until university, getting my own sense of independence, university, moving out of my family house, and I had one experience that started to tip the scale for me. I was out, I think I was in the house with friends drinking, and I had a friend at the time who didn't drink alcohol whatsoever, yet they were having so much fun, it blew my reality on why I was drinking. So I started asking myself, I was like, why am I drinking in the first place? I was like, I'm drinking to let loose. I'm drinking to have fun. I'm drinking to be more socially confident. And yet, here's my friend, completely sober, more loose, having more fun, and seems way more socially confident than I am. So I'm like, well, what the hell am I drinking this for? Because I recognized that at the time, as much fun as having drinking, I was still getting the hangovers and all that stuff that people don't like about alcohol. And along the same time as well, I started to develop a crutch with alcohol. I felt like if I was going to bars and clubs or any like sort of social venue events, I felt like alcohol was a necessity, even if it was just a little bit. I felt like, oh my god, I had to like drink like just something, just a little bit, just not be that person who's like sober, because everybody knows sober people are no fun. Yeah, that's such a deep belief in some people, and you only recognize this whenever you go out sober or you're in social situations sober. People are just like, what? You're sober? But you're fun. And I think that's why some people are shocked, because whenever you're having fun and you tell them you're sober, in their mind, they picture a sober person in the club or in the bar as a person who is in the corner, just like in a fetal position, just stressed out about life. And fair play, I've been in that situation too. Let me see if I can zoom this back in. Yeah, fair play, I've been in that situation too. But let's go back to the story. Whenever I had this experience with a friend, being sober and having so much fun, I started questioning why I drank in the first place. And it was around the same time I was getting into self-help, personal development, learning about, just hearing all these positive, inspirational material coming my way. And I remember hearing a phrase that the state of mind that you're in the most is the state of mind you're developing the most. So if I really enjoyed who I was whenever I was drinking, tipsy, having fun, vibing with a friend, laughing, joking, all these different things, and that was I was in a tipsy, drunk state of mind, I was working on my personality in that state. And this is why I felt like I wasn't that way whenever I was sober, because I wasn't working on my sober self, I was working on my drunk self. So that really, I think, gave me the final push to try going out sober. And I think it was 2 years that I quit, but before that I had long periods where I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out sober and not drink. And I remember the first time I did this, I was so anxious. I was like, oh my God, I'm in the club. Oh, there's people there. Oh, what am I gonna drink? What am I gonna hold? Because I really enjoyed like having something in my hand, especially beer or something. It's just satisfactory. You feel less of a weirdo if you have like beer in your hand. So I was just like, oh my God, what am I gonna hold? It's like water. And at the time, it just felt so weird. But as I persisted, I started just to have fun and enjoy being out with friends and vibing and meeting new people, just like I did sober. And one of the things that didn't click in my head was that how much of a limiting belief this was. Because if you ask yourself, have you ever been in a social situation with friends or with people you don't know, and we're having fun, letting loose, and just you're not anxious? Of course you have. You know, we weren't born drinking alcohol. So I realized, I was like, I've been in tons of social situations and not drank alcohol and had fun and been sociable. So it was a massive limiting belief that had become a crutch because I was just used to the culture, used to that pattern. So after I did this, after I went out a couple times sober, I started to realize, okay, then yeah, no, this is easy, this is fun. And it's about developing a process of letting loose and vibing. Because think about it, the average person works 8 hours a day, and maybe they're in the office, and then they go home, have food, and then if they're heading out, they'll have pre-drinks with friends. And in that pre-drink, they'll be like vibing, laughing, joking, just preparing themselves for this ocean of social interactions, which is bar or club. However, if you're sober, that letting loose process has to be manual. You have to do it yourself. You have to just recognize that, you know, you have your own buttons, and being sociable and warming up is like warming up in sports or warming up in if you're doing like yoga. The first like 5-10 minutes is aimed to warm up the muscles so that you can play better, play more efficiently, play with less injuries. The same with social situations. Before you get to that social setting, you should be doing things that get you out of your head, like laughing or vibing or finding funny things, or just saying hello, what's up, how's it going, to people on the way to the bar, club, or social setting. Because what this does is it trains your brain to realize that it's okay to be sociable. You're not gonna die. There's a deep fear that if you say hello to someone or say hi, that you're in massive danger. You're not. And this is why people enjoy drinking, because it shuts this part of the brain that says that if I'm like loud or like in a such a situation that I'll die, which is not true. So when you're sober, you just have to do this manually, and this is what I learned along my journey. That's why if you're ever around me long enough, and we like say go for a walk or go out on a night out, I'm talking to everybody, or I'm talking to people in my vicinity. Not all the time, but most of the time. So this is just something I've developed in myself. This is just part of my personality now. This is who I am. I'm the sort of person that if I go out on a long walk and I'm not sociable, I sort of feel weird. I really do think that people in general are sociable. We evolved in tribes, so we're meant to be interacting with people. We're meant to be interacting with people of all different varieties. So I think this is something that's human by default, to be sociable. And my hope from this video is that people will start to realize that you can go out sober, have fun, enjoy yourself, and yeah, just vibe and have a great time, great life, alcohol free. However, like I said, if you want to drink alcohol, that's completely up to you. But yes, thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know, have you ever been out sober? What did you think? And yeah, peace, love, and veganism.
Oh my God. Hey, Hannah, we got Hannah in the building. Ballin', I was yours. Have the donut. What's up?